Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. This is kind of a bad time for me to be starting this. For me, but it's a great time for some of you guys because we are only 3 days away from New York Comic Con. And I'm heavy in con crunch mode right now. However, I need to mix these two paints for my Persephone cosplay, which I'm wearing on Thursday. And what better time to start a YouTube video than with a mixing tutorial slash face painting tutorial? We'll see how I'm feeling. I am filming this before New York Comic Con, however, I'm not sure if this will get posted before New York Comic Con, but if it is, tell me you're proud of me. But if not, if I don't get the chance to edit, this will unfortunately be posted afterwards. And I also just wanted to thank you guys for trusting me and asking me for body paint advice. Like, you could ask anybody. Like, you could go, there are so many body painting cosplayers out there, but so many of you guys come to me for advice. And I'm grateful that, like, you trust my knowledge, so you guys have given me the push to create this YouTube channel. I will do my best to be a good teacher. We will figure this out together as we go. So if you've spoken to me before about body painting, you know that my go-to brand for body paint is Maron. This is one of their Paradise Cakes. And for Persephone, I will be mixing together the light pink and the dark pink because I need a medium pink. I need something right in the middle of the two. So I will be mixing these two together. And you can see there's like a little thumbprint in here because I wanted to see how squishy it was to get an idea for how I'm gonna do this. I saw someone do this on TikTok once, but I could not find the video. I'm sort of doing this from memory, but wish me luck. Why might we want to mix paint colors, you may ask? Well, although there are so many colors that Maron already offers, sometimes color matching can be a struggle, especially if you're wearing arm socks rather than painting the rest of your body. And that's kind of the issue that I'm having with Persephone, because in the past I've just used light pink for Persephone, but because the dress that I'm wearing has a slit and I have stockings for my legs, neither of these two colors matched the stockings that I have, so now we're trying to, match it up. I have my two tins here, I have a Ziploc bag, and I have a butter knife. I hope this is allowed. And I'm just gonna cut right into it. I'm not gonna do it like this because someone's gonna yell at me for knife handling. So, it comes right out. Boop! That's one. Now this tin is mostly cleared out. I'm not gonna worry about it being perfectly cleaned out. You can clean it to your heart's content. That is how I will leave it. And now we're on to the second one, which I also put a thumbprint in because I had to see how squishy it was. Look how easy it is. I mean, it's not super easy, but it's... I got this one out in mostly one piece. It's looking good. Now, you may be asking, why the bag? Why not just do it with your hands? Well, it is paint, so my hands will be covered in paint if I don't use the bag, or gloves, but I am fresh out of gloves, so we will be using the bag today. And I'm just gonna, as if it's clay. Well, it's probably going to take a little while, so I will cut to when I'm done. So the plastic bag wasn't working for me. I'm doing it with my hands. Wear gloves if you have them, and if you don't have them, get gloves because, well, you're not going to want to touch anything else.
Hi, Lexi from the future here. I mean it when I say this. Wear gloves when you do this. I didn't realize this in the moment, but by not using gloves, I was getting all those natural oils from my hands mixed into the paint. And what doesn't mix well with oil? Water. What kind of paint is this? Water activated. Need I say more? This is what my paint looked like the day of New York Comic Con. It was cracking and getting significantly worse throughout the day. But we live and we learn, and I messed up, so you don't have to. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, carry on.
It's kind of like playing with really hard clay. And you just mix it together till it's all mixed up in one of the same color. Till you see no more separation between the two colors. This is what it's looking like so far. I guess with pink it's a little harder to tell if they're mixed because they are pretty close in color. Try not to touch things when your hands are like this. Like I have now, my phone is pink, my keyboard is pink, my desk is like, everything is pink right now. But when you get it to a point where it's like mostly all one color, you can rip it apart because you took them from 2 tins, you should put them back. Like you're not gonna fit all this into 1 tin. And just push it right back in there into the tin, fill up the space. It's like you never took it out to begin with, I think. I don't know. We're learning together. And it also occurred to me when I was practically done that it probably would have helped if I added water. I don't know. I don't know if it would have helped. It could have made things a lot messier. But there we go. It's back in. Do it to the other one too if you want. So now, if you ever run out of one, you already have a second one. You don't need to do this again right away because now you have double. So if it's a character that you frequently cosplay, you got paint to last you for a long time. Now that we are done with this, we can get into the fun stuff. I'm probably gonna wash my hands first, so I don't like touch everything with my pink hands. Now that I'm less pink than I was before, I will do a hopefully brief body painting tutorial. And by body, I mean face, because I'm not doing my whole body right now. Okay, so for Persephone, I would typically wear red contacts. It is 10:30 p.m. I want to make this as quick as possible, so we're not going to do contacts. But if you're wearing contacts with body paint, I recommend putting the contacts on first. Because if you're anything like me, my eyes water a lot when I'm trying to put the contacts in and don't drop it. Like, I'm not a pro at putting contacts in yet, and it'll mess up the paint around your eyes. So I'll typically use like a fluffy brush when doing body paint. Sometimes I use one that's bigger than this. I don't know. This is what I have clean right now. But as long as it's fluffy, that is what I will apply Paradise Paints with. Wet the brush a little bit. You don't want it to be too wet. I usually do this at the sink, but we're working with a cup of water right now. And then when it comes to getting the right consistency, you want to add a little bit of water at a time because, you know, it's easier to add more water than take away water. And if it gets too wet, it'll get everywhere and you won't get the desired results. Also, when working with water activated paints, it's important to try to get one good coat. You don't want to do like one coat, wait for it to dry and do another coat because you can risk taking off the paint you already have down and then it'll look splotchy. So just try to get one even coat the first go. And then to get the right consistency, I would usually say when you see like bubbles, if you angle it towards the light, yeah, you see how there's bubbles on there? If it bubbles up when you're, like if it lathers up, that's how you know it's the right consistency. You want to get a lot of paint on your brush. So here we go. And now I'm all pink. I will let this dry before I do anything else. So it usually doesn't take too long to dry, just like when you see it's not shiny anymore, and if your face doesn't feel wet, you'll know it's dry. Once you have an even base, congratulations, the hard part is over, but there's still more to do. So you're gonna want to add some contour in the dark, where the shadows would naturally head on your face. Also some highlights. Generally stuff you would do when you're regularly doing your makeup, just not in your makeup colors. So you would get, in this case, I would get a darker pink, a lighter pink, maybe a shimmer for like my highlights. And then I'm also going to do eye makeup and of course lipstick. And even if you're a character that doesn't wear lipstick or doesn't wear makeup, you're still going to want to wear lipstick that is just ever so slightly darker than the paint, because naturally your lips aren't the same color as your skin. Now you may be wondering, Lexi, what do you use as bronzer? Because it's not brown that you need to use, it's a darker pink, and they don't make dark pink bronzer. And you're right, they don't. We'll get into that another time on another episode. But for now, I'll be using Old Reliable eyeshadow. So you just find a shade of eyeshadow that you think looks like the darker version of this, and you get it on your brush and you put it in the spots that they belong in, Yeah. So I'm just gonna this is so much harder at my desk. Like, I have a mirror with a backlight on it, but it's just, I don't know, I feel like I gotta do this standing in a bathroom mirror, but I'm learning a new skill right now, just like you. If you don't know about contouring, I'm probably not the best person to teach you, but I know that you would put some here underneath your cheekbones. And just like on the edges of your forehead, and then the sides of your nose, and like under your chin. Get that jawline snatched. Well, now that you're hopefully looking less two-dimensional, trust me, mine looks better in the mirror than it does on here. I feel maybe this light is too bright. Yeah, okay. I think my light was too bright before. So now that you're hopefully looking less two-dimensional, we could move on to highlighting. And you might be asking, Lexi, what do we use as highlighter? Well, you can still use eyeshadow, but luckily, sometimes we can find highlighter in the right color. So, I will be using Fenty Beauty's Kilowatt highlighter in the shade What a Brett. Not sponsored, but Fenty. But look how absolutely gorgeous and glittery. Like, it's perfect. Oh my gosh. I also have it in the shade Trophy Wife. My favorite highlighter of all time. I've literally been using it since high school. You should probably use a brush for this. I don't have a clean brush in the vicinity right now, so I will be using my finger. Do as I say, not as I do. So we will just, put highlighter on the high points of your face, like the tip of your nose, your cheekbones, your forehead. Stunning. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I normally wouldn't opt for something this sparkly, but the goddess of spring and the queen of the underworld. Oh, look at her. Now we look even more three-dimensional than we did before. How did this happen? I don't even know how this sort of thing happens. It just happens. You're trying to get into body paint, just know everything's gonna be a mess. It's gonna get everywhere. It's gonna get everywhere. Anyway, now that I look nice and dewy, I'll work on my eye makeup. Now when it comes to eye makeup, it really depends on your preference and the character you're cosplaying. So what I might be doing for Persephone might not work for whatever you're doing. Unless you're doing Persephone, then congrats. This tutorial was made for you. So I'm gonna go in with the same color I used on my contour and put that on like the outside of my eyes. But if you want it to be darker, just, you know, add a darker color or like really pack it on there. I'm gonna add some glitter to my eyelids now. I think that's pretty. Now, I will be adding some eyeliner. I love a good winged eyeliner. I'll add it to all my cosplays, whether or not the character would wear one, because that's me showing through the character. Look at how much of a difference that makes. Love it. They're sisters, not twins. And typically I like to add fake eyelashes, but it is now 11 p.m. and I do not want to put on fake eyelashes when I'm gonna take this off immediately. But the fake lashes will be on for New York Comic Con, but I will put mascara on. And with that, there's one more step. Well, I would do eyebrows, but I'm afraid to mess them up. I'm actually pretty bad at. The one makeup weakness I have is my eyebrows, so I'm not gonna do them. But last step is the lips. I hope I don't have to teach you how to put lipstick on. I'm just gonna do lip liner and then the lipstick after the lip liner. As you can tell, I'm getting tired. But we have not been doing this for as long as I thought. It's only 11 p.m. When did I start? Was it 10? 10:30? I don't know. And here's the finished look. Well, mostly finished. I'll put on the wig for you guys so you can like see the completed vision, but that's all. Here she is, Queen of the Underworld. So yeah, if you're going to New York Comic Con on Thursday, you'll be seeing Persephone. If you have watched this far, thank you so much for watching my very first YouTube video. It certainly won't be my last. My next one will not be made during con crunch time, so it'll be a little better. It'll be planned out better, to say the least. Probably everything about it will be better. But here we are. Hopefully I get around to posting this before New York Comic Con for any of you first-time body painters that might need the help getting ready this weekend. Good luck, and I can't wait to see you guys all there. If you have any specific questions about anything I didn't touch on yet, there's a lot that I know I didn't touch on that I plan to touch on in other videos, but if there's anything specific that you ask a question in the comments. Alright. You know, like, subscribe, all that. And thanks for watching.